And we're live. Hey, Internet.
Woohoo!
This is Greg, and I'm here with my buddy Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. That old gag
Yeah.
again.
And we're just we want to talk about some parenting related issues when it comes to gaming. We do this a lot, and we're trying to do more of this online and share our irreverence with you. What this eventually boils down to is we're going to talk about stuff that's interesting in gaming and inevitably how much it's going to cost us. So, Jeff, let's start with one of the big pieces of news from this week. Disney Infinity 3.0 featuring Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be all the money coming out of my wallet. I mean, we didn't get into Disney Infinity 2.0 like you did, where irregardless of the Marvel. I think I said irregardless. That's not even a word. Regardless of the Marvel characters, we're a Skylanders house, and I got a bunch of these little guys too, right? So, I managed to stay away from that third toy, but my kids have kind of gotten into Star Wars, especially with Star Wars Rebels. So I'm worried that they're going to be all over the DI 3.0 thing with all the Star. It's going to be like, it's not all the movies and like Rebels and stuff going to be represented in sets.
I don't know about the Rebels just yet. The plans, it sounds like there's going to be one set for the prequel trilogy, which won't be good.
Which you won't buy or acknowledge in any way, shape, or form.
I would like to not have to. That is correct.
Actually, we've just got you on video saying prequel trilogy, which I never thought I'd actually hear you say because you don't really acknowledge those movies ever happened.
Catch-22, darn it. Anyway, so there'll be one for the prequel trilogy, one for the good trilogy, and then a third set for the Force Awakens. It sounds like the first two will be out this summerish or early fall when the game releases, and then the Force Awakens will be coming out in time for the movie. So
yeah, let's not kid ourselves though. There's going to be a Rebel set. They're not just going to leave that money on the table, right? I mean, are we pretty much on agreement on that?
I'm guessing, or at least a character. What I would be more expecting of is a Clone Wars specific play set, because I mean we've already seen Anakin and Ahsoka, so we know that there's going to be Clone Wars characters, but there's just a lot more content to pull from there. I mean, I love Star Wars Rebels. You can see the Phantom sitting right here, or the Ghost. The Phantom is on the back. So yeah, we love Rebels in this house. But the reality is, the show didn't have a lot going on in the first season that I think you'd really want to build a game around. I think once the second season starts airing, then you could probably see more content to go with it. But I mean, so you've got 6 seasons worth of the Clone Wars to work with, so you could definitely do a lot there.
Yeah, I guess so. I think at some point we're going to see it, whether it be later on or whatever, second season inspired, because again, money table, they don't want to leave money on the table, right? So
that's not Disney's way of acting.
no, it's really not. Yeah, so I bet you're looking forward. That's going to be a real problem for you guys too, right? Because you guys are totally into the Star Wars thing at your house. My kids are more watching Rebels. Like I still haven't shown them all the movies yet. Like I think we're gotten like halfway through Empire Strikes Back, if I'm not mistaken. So we haven't gotten. I got to get them back to the movies at some point, but they're happy with just the kids stuff right now.
Yeah, and we've watched all the movies. We've watched pretty much all the Clone Wars, and I've seen most of Rebels. My son still hasn't seen all of it. We'll have to get back to it at some point. But I mean, this would be in a lot of ways. I think it'll be the same challenges as with the game last year with the Marvel superheroes, because Lego Marvel, was an amazing game. It had so much in it, and by comparison, Disney Infinity Marvel superheroes came up way short. You had a fraction of the characters, you had a fraction of the activity. The creativity just wasn't there in the game. You had the toy box piece, but the play set itself, it didn't compare to Lego Marvel. And then of course Lego Star Wars was the game that kicked it all off for Lego and TT Games. Can this one match up to that? I don't know. I'm honestly not sure, because
Yeah.
I wasn't terribly impressed with the last game. It had some neat parts, and the toy box was kind of cool, but the actual game itself was run over here, beat up a bunch of guys, run over there, beat up a bunch of guys, fly over there, beat up a bunch of guys. It was like a bad MMO without anything good from an MMO.
Yeah, I think they need to fix the cross play problem too, where I can only use I can't bring a character from, I can't bring Jar Jar into the original trilogy. What if I want Jar Jar to bring the original trilogy, just so Han can shoot first and kill him?
Well, I have a feeling you'll be allowed to do that. I think the bigger concern would be, I want to have Mickey Mouse running around with Jar Jar. That's the kind of silliness you'd like in the game, but that's really just limited to the toy box. So, we'll see. I think we'll end up buying some of the figures. I mean, we're on very much a heavy Lego kick right now, so I don't even know if how much of this is going to register. We haven't even heard anything about a new Skylanders game other than just the assumption that it's coming and it's going to be announced at E3 in a couple of weeks, and then we'll be buying a lot of Skylanders again this fall. But
it's Activision. There will be a game. There will be a Skylanders game this year.
Yeah.
It's just like there will be an Assassin's Creed game this year from Ubisoft. There will be a Skylanders game from Activision. Pretty much bank on that.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll have a chance to check the game out before it comes out. But if not, we'll be playing it, and one of us will be for sure, and we'll see who's got the more Star Wars loving kids. But
I think it's going to be yours.
Yeah, probably. But that's not until later. We got a lot of good stuff coming out this year. Lego Jurassic World comes out this year, which I am just so stoked for. My kids are so excited to play this game. They've never seen a Jurassic Park movie because they're 5 and 7, and that would be wildly inappropriate even for me. So, but they love Lego dinosaurs, 4 movies that they can learn all about. They played through the Pirates of the Caribbean game, and then we ended up watching all the Pirates movies, and they liked them. Maybe not entirely age appropriate, but it didn't scar them too badly, hopefully. But they love the game, and it was a great intro. So I can see the same with Jurassic Park. And as long as we
can you talk for a minute? I got a problem.
So as Jeff goes off to deal with something either feline or child related, we're looking at what the Jurassic World game's going to offer. It's all 4 movies. So the excellent, just monumental, iconic Jurassic Park, the significantly less good Jurassic Park 2, and the okay for what it was Jurassic Park 3, which I liked it as just kind of a here's a thing that happened in that same world. But I remember going to see Jurassic Park in theaters multiple times because it was just seeing that on the screen, those dinosaurs, that looked real, and it's a movie that's still held up. So I'm excited to go see Jurassic World, and we're definitely excited about playing the game, possibly even adding some Jurassic World Lego sets to the collection. We'll have to see how that goes, but I know my kids have seen them at Toys R Us, and they quite liked it. So yeah, Jeff's still not here, so let's see, what else is there to talk about? Well, I think we're getting another Lego Marvel game later in the year. This will be more Avengers based. The first one was pretty Avengers heavy anyway, but this one I think is going to tie a little more into the movies that we've had, into Age of Ultron. But let's talk about Age of Ultron since Jeff is still not here, and Jeff might have just dropped out entirely. So Age of Ultron is it's a good movie. Saw it opening night, which it was fun. I haven't been to an opening night movie, like a grown-up movie, I think since my kids were born. With the wife and I, we made a date of it. We went out and saw the movie. It's definitely good. I don't know if it's quite on par with even the first Avengers movie, and it certainly doesn't match up to Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which, for my money right now, is still the the pinnacle of the Marvel movies. It had everything you could want. And then yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy as well. That was a big one. So let's see. I'm just gonna make sure I can get Jeff back in here, because yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Avengers definitely a game or a game. Oops, where? All right, I have lost Jeffrey here. It's definitely a movie that was, you know, sorry, I'm gonna try and type while I talk. Did a lot of good stuff and had a lot of nice pieces that worked well within the, within this cinematic world that they've created. There were some other, I mean, you can quibble, and I know people have gotten really rangy about some of the sort of marveling of it, and specifically the Scarlet Witch and the and her relationship with the Hulk. I liked it. I want something a little bit different. I don't need, or not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow. Shake my head. It's a long week. Anyway, the relationship between the Scarlet Witch and the Black Widow and the Hulk. Okay, I'm all thrown off here. I don't have Jeff to talk to. I'm talking to a picture of myself, which is not the way I usually like to do things. And I don't know where Jeff is, so I'm just going to keep doing this solo. But the relationship between Black Widow and the Incredible Hulk, I thought was really well handled. It was something that we I don't think have seen before in the comics, so that was kind of refreshing. And it did it gave it something that wasn't just rehashing something else. And I think the relationships in this movie especially were a little more needed to be front and center, and needed to kind of pay off, because there were other pieces of it, like the some of the action. I mean, the overall Ultron plot, I liked Ultron. I love James Spader. I didn't really dig too much of the whole Ultron plot. It seemed a little goofy, but on the whole, I mean, Marvel's. I heard somebody say today that Marvel is basically on like the early Pixar run, that even their like bad movies, if you want to throw Bug's Life, people don't appreciate Bug's Life, but I love that movie. It's adorable. But if you want to throw Bug's Life in there, if you want to put Monsters Inc. or Monsters Inc. was good. Monsters University is kind of on the lower end. You've got those. Pixar has those movies. That's kind of the Thor movies of this new Marvel universe, which have just been kind of good, not great, but still everything that they do is just something to watch. And I've vamped long enough. Thank you for coming back. I just talked extensively about the Avengers, and I don't even know what entirely I said.
So sorry I had to ditch there for a minute. This is a funny story if people are still actually watching this and didn't give up on me a while ago. One of our cats is a murderous beast, and is hunting baby bunnies in the backyard. That's what I just got called away for. Yes, it happened earlier today. I got a call at work that our one cat, Eevee, yes, named after the Pokemon character. Well, hold on a second. I'm getting an update. What's that? You think the front probably from trying to burrow into the thing. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, so she's been hunting. Apparently, we may have baby bunnies in our backyard or under our deck or something. So yeah, and then that apparently she was hunting again tonight. My wife Tracy could hear like the screaming terror cries of a baby bunny in distress, and we were out trying to stop her from killing again. So these are the things that sometimes happen with children and houses.
Yeah, well, my dogs this week, they were eating a dead bird, baby bird. We don't know if they actually killed the bird or if that was just one that had fallen out of the nest. But last year they found their first bird in the backyard, and I could hear a bird squawking, but I didn't really think anything of it. And then I finally looked out, and that was the mama bird, because one of her fledglings that was out of the nest had hopped into the backyard, and the puppies were playing with it. They weren't trying to kill it or anything. They were just like, I don't know what this thing is. It's moving, it's flapping. So they just kind of batted it around. Hopefully it survived. We kind of got it out of the backyard, set it loose, you know, with the mom, reunited out on the front lawn. Hopefully things were okay. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Pets.
I gotta go deal with this now, apparently. So I know I wanted to talk about Splatoon, the Universal Nintendo thing where they're gonna have Nintendo rides eventually at Universal Parks, but I've got a baby bunny with a broken paw that apparently we have to figure out what to do with. So I apologize to everyone watching this.
Somebody's getting a new pet.
Oh, geez, I hope not.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk
Anyway,
about
so
Splatoon next week.
yeah, we'll talk about Splatoon next week. And we'll preview a little bit more up into its release. Maybe that's the best way to go about it. For now, I'm Jeff, the bunny saver or something.
And I'm very amused by all of this.
Yes, you should be.
Because seriously, in our next video, Jeff will have a new bunny. Probably he can
Maybe I'll show it to you. All right, I gotta go.
Okay. All right, folks.
Okay.
Thanks for checking us out, and we'll be back hopefully next week, or if not very soon, to talk about other family-related gaming stuff. Thanks for
bunnies.
And bunnies, yes. Thanks for checking us out, and be sure to check out the other videos on our channel and check out the website at gamerpops.com. And have a good evening.